Hey, this is Bobby Brown Lewis again with How to Pick a Puppy. Our next topic is going to be health testing still, but now we're going to look into the different health testing organizations like the Orthopedic Foundation for Animals, or OFA. This is a site online that you can go and look up to make sure that if you are buying puppies from a breeder that says the male and female have been tested, you can actually look it up online and see. Even if they pass or fail the test, you can look up online. You can make a judgment and those type of things. So we're going to jump right into this website. Here we have the Orthopedic Foundation here. If I come up to the top up here, I can actually search by the dog's name, by the registration number, the litter number, or if they have an OFA number, any parts of their names I can search here. So, one thing we're going to look at real quick, I'm going to type in one of my dog's names just because I'd rather show my information than someone else's. This is one of my dogs here. And as you can tell here, it tells you his registration number. He has the chick number, which is the K9 number that's required test from the American Breeding Club that's inside of OFA. His birthday, he is going on 7 years old. Hard to believe. Yes, he's going on 7 years old. If I click on his name, I'm getting more information about him. You can see his different titles here. You can also see when he was born, what color he is. He has the DNA profile, his sire and name here. We also can look at the different testing that he's had. At 16 months, he had normal eyes. Again, at 27 months, he had normal eyes. And we can see that his hips and elbows were done, and they both came back good to normal. And then we can go down here and look at his parents and see what health testing they had. If I show more, then it actually goes in and shows you the hips here. His dad had excellent hips. He had normal elbows, and so on and so on. And it goes back down through the grandparents and any offspring that he might have had, and any half-siblings. So if you go in here and you're finding a bunch of dogs who maybe don't have health testing, or they didn't have a test that passed, you will be able to see it on here. But also, in some cases, you might come across a dog, maybe one of his siblings here, who should be very old right now, maybe never had health testing. Maybe they never chose to breed the dog. Be honest with you, maybe the hips didn't pass and they didn't turn them in. I mean, that happens a lot. And that's one of the disclaimers I would give you about hips, is that when you do an x-ray, you can look at them and say, he's not going to pass or she's not going to pass. I'm not turning them in. You should turn them in, but I've seen it where people don't turn it in. Now we're going to browse the chick program. Okay? So we're going to come in here, and again, I know that Brittany better than I do anything, so I'm going to choose the Brittany, and it's going to tell me what tests are required from the American Breeding Club to obtain their chick number, which is the K9 Health Information Center number. This tells you that the dog has met the standards by the American Breeding Club. So if you were another breed, maybe they have a club that does the same thing. But for here, you can either do the OFA hips or you can do pin hips. We talked about pin hips earlier. Also, the eye exam needs to be done after 2 to get your chick number, but they recommend doing it every year. Then you need 1 test after that. This could either be a cardiac exam, this could be a patella, this could be elbows, this could be any of these tests that you see here, autoimmune, those type of things can all be put in here, and then they get a chick number. Another thing we're going to do is look at the different breeds here. Let's go down here to, let's just scroll through here and see if we see another dog that has their required testing. I'm going to look for the German short hair. German short hair pointer. So they have to have hips, cardiac, and it has to be at 2 years old. It cannot be done before that. So theirs is a lot more involved testing here. But OFA is a great place to look for information. Now, one thing you really want to do is get in here, search the dogs that you're looking at in here. You can also submit your health testing through here. Normal to get your health testing put in OFA, it's about $15 to $30 to get it put in. Now, if I was going to get x-rays done for hips, it can be anywhere from $200 to $500 to get the hips done, an x-ray and turn in. Elbows could be $200 to $500 also. Eye exams are normally about $50 a dog. The patellas and cardiac can be anywhere from $25 to $100 per dog, depending on where it's at. So you can have a lot of expense in health testing on your dogs. If I had to choose one of my dogs, I think I spent right around $300 for the hips. The elbows were another $150. So we're looking at $450. I did the patellas and cardiac and eyes. That cost me close to $200 for all those. So now I've spent close to $700. And by the time I've done DNA testing, that's another $50. I could be pushing $1,000 for health testing for my one dog. So just because you're picking a puppy from untested parents doesn't mean that they're going to have problems, but you're setting yourself up for the best success if you choose parents that have had health testing. And generational health testing makes it tremendous also. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you have any questions, you can always put them in the comments down in the below. And thank you again for joining us for Puppy Dog Chat.